arrived here once again to snatch Neal. And up.
At the, I should know, the garage in Harvard Square. Right now, that's where we're casting from, and we're at Boston Underground Film Festival.
It's a great time.
It's the last day.
Well, I know it's both cool and it's always sad the last day of the festival.
So Neal got here a little earlier than me, which is awesome because he got to see a block of shorts earlier today. I'm glad you were able to make it.
He's a really strong block of shorts. A few of us watching, it's like, oh, I wish Annabelle was here to watch. And I mean that too. It's like I always have that feeling when I watch something cool, and like, oh, you want other people to watch it. It's kind of why we do the show, I think, in general. But it's especially someone you like your friends with, and you know what they like.
Cool. Well, you'll tell me all about it because he's going to do a run through of we used to do this, and I don't know why we stopped finding the actual professional description of whatever it is. So Neal's going to run through them and give us some information. Yeah. I'll be learning.
I'm just going to assume this is Seth in the chat because he said feet.
I said.
Survival is insufficient was the name of the block. Do we even know who we are or how to get out where we are right now? Maybe we'll never find out on our own. These 8 short films vary significantly in subject and tone, yet are all connected by protagonists who desperately need to be seen, heard, and understood by another person, whether they realize it. Oh, Jason.
Jason, how's it going? Nice to see you.
Yes.
Wish you guys could be here. A little, what do you call people? Quartets?
Quartet, yes.
Without your head.
We're going to start a barbershop quartet.
What would it be with Troy?
A quintuplet.
That's a baby's. I think it's a quintet, isn't it?
Baby's a quintet.
I like quadrupod. Quadrupod.
Sure.
I don't even know what that means, but I like quadrupod. I know, but I just thought of it. So it would be a quintopod.
Quintopod.
Something about that sounds dirty or something. Like a body part.
Yeah, could fit in one of these shorts.
Oh, really? Sounds like a dark place to be for these shorts.
Yes.
Like a good dark place. Like the place you want to be.
Right.
Yeah.
So it opened up with the Lo-Fi Man, and by my buddy, who should be everyone's buddy, Brian Lanano, and Blake Myers, who I do not know Blake, but shout out to them as well. If you like this video, smash that like button and hit subscribe for more content-driven content about content. This was great, very meta for people who make short films, and it's kind of about the idea of it used to be like you're an independent filmmaker, you're making art. Yes. Now it's just about like making as much content as possible because it doesn't really, all these streaming sites need content. And so
just pump it out.
Yeah, it's a little bleak in a lot of ways. Really well made. If you guys don't know Brian Lanano, he's been on Without Your Head, I don't know, 3 times maybe. I don't think any time since we've been doing video though. No, that's not true. I think he was once on video. Yeah. And I recommend his stuff. William, I've shown at a Severed Limbs, one of the early ones.
What's his vibe?
The crazy stuff.
I like crazy stuff.
Yeah, really weird, funny.
So we were talking earlier about
but usually has a lot of meaning underneath it. But sometimes no meaning.
Well, that's okay. Yeah. Earlier we bumped into Jim McDonough, who asked us if we like the Muppets.
Actually, different things, but a similar vibe of crazy and funny.
If you don't know Jim McDonough, find
Brian Lanano's a little crazy.
Is it? It's a little like less family friendly.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This one not so much, but a lot of his other ones. Yeah. William.
He's like a Meet the Feebles as opposed to Muppets.
Exactly. Oh, you actually know someone in William.
Do I?
It's he's a really cool older guy. He played the killer in many Cooks. It was on Adult Swim.
Oh yes.
William.
Too many. William. Starts with a T.
Yeah, he's a really cool guy.
He's a great character actor. You gotta put his name up. It's gotta represent William T.
William's whacked. Crowhand is cool. Strange.
You told me about Crowhand. I don't think I saw it. You told me about it. It sounded awesome.
DFF Girls. That one did really well. It's played a lot of places. And some of our buddies in it, St. Michael's, and both voices, him and Lawrence R. Harvey. Yeah.
Missed that Lawrence guy. I haven't seen him in ages.
So this one,
Michael too.
I haven't seen him in ages either. So yeah, this was awesome. So
What's the name of this
a
one?
lot of his people that you see in all this stuff were in here as cast.
Which one is this?
The Lo-Fi Man by Brian Lennon. And they like signs, be content making content. But anyway, highly recommend, especially for filmmakers out there.
Who'll get it
Yeah,
or be insulted by it?
right. Yeah, probably a knock on some people who just try to sort out as much content as possible.
Well, like it said, like
Me.
read into this group of shorts was that you need to like be introspective and maybe you're
Very
not even
true.
ready for it.
Exactly.
So Lo-Fi Man is like, take the look in the mirror, bro.
So hopefully we run into Brian again. I'd like to introduce you. He's a really cool guy. My first time meeting him. I've talked to him a lot, but first time I met him.
We have a hi Neal. How are you?
Hello.
Hi Annabelle.
Yeah, you gotta say hello to both of us. Be kind, rewind. Yeah. This is my buddy and partner in crime here.
I'm just extra.
No, don't be dumb. I'll smack you around a little bit, then I'll get banned off the internet.
Could be canceled. Canceled movies.
It takes a village. Rosemary's Baby of Rosemary is surrounded by a super supportive lady cult. Squad goals.
That sounds very
I remember all these being great. I'm going to have a hard time remembering exactly which one that was, but that was by Glenn Hagg. I remember that name, actually, yeah. This one was actually very good. These are, honestly, this was a very powerful short. It was great, honestly. Pool party. I remember Pool Party. Freya isn't like other girls. She's only going to swim when she wants to go swimming. So it's like this group of teenage friends, and they're kind of being the little bully to the one girl. They're playing truth or dare, and then she goes out swimming, and it's kind of a spoiler, but bad thing you can see. But it's very cool. It's a weird take on. I really don't want to spoil it because there is a big payoff into it. So it's really short, 8 minutes. Check it out. Oh, Rhyme or Die. This was awesome. So it's like I'll read what it says first. There can only be one winner in the ultimate freestyle rap battle.
Oh, we saw a freestyle rap battle.
We did, yeah.
In Central Square. It was amazing.
I was preparing to enter. And so this one was a group of people. They're almost. They're all like collared up. They have like this collar around them, almost like from Saw kind of thing.
Oh, like a party collar.
And so,
you don't want to wear this.
Exactly. So it's like 5 people, and they start rapping, and as soon as they do a couple lines, and then it goes to the next person, and you have to start with the rhyme from the last sentence. And if you don't do it, you get decapitated back. And so it comes down to 2 of them. And so they're kind of like being friends, and the
what the hell is that crap? Sorry guys, something just popped down. That's why Neal went to the screen. Some rude sounding person sending a message to Neal.
Yeah, please stop saying something.
Something about a reunion?
Yeah, I don't know. No, honestly, I have no idea. So I really don't. So so it comes down to 2, a woman and a guy, and they're feeling bad because they don't want to die.
Mm-hmm.
So they start like, we should work together, and they start going back and forth. And then she ends with I forget what the word is, but it's a hard one to rhyme with. And he was like, that word is a constrictor, so he rhymed with it.
Oh,
and so they start to go, and then boom, one of them puts something there, almost impossible.
Wow.
And it's like, yeah, we gotta be partners, not opponents. And they're like, whoa, then boom. But then the other person wins. And it was very cool, very well done. It was 11 minutes.
The rhymes. I bet they're awesome.
The rhymes are really good.
Yeah.
It's good.
You have to do that work.
Yeah.
Who did that?
That was by Max Lincoln from the UK. Pool Party is a Canadian film by Ellie Stewart. Scooter by Chessie Lupkin.
That is Neal's bathroom.
Tell your loser shithead boyfriend to go fuck himself.
Wow.
Get a big fat burger and go home and get home safely. Oh, and help out anyone who might need it along the way. I'd have to see a visual for this one because I did see all these, but I remember liking all of them. From Beyond. I'm sorry. Yeah, and I can't take notes because then I can't read it while we're doing these things. Frederick S. Hanna from Norway. mesmerizing genre, what's that like, traipsing? Experimental meditation on what ensued when humans met aliens through a blessed union of found footage and practical effects. That was by Frederick S. Hanna from Norway. I remember that one. That was cool. Incubus was one of my favorites. By Tito Fernandez in the UK. A haunting, deeply powerful story of a woman who flees her abuser only to become locked in solitary battle with debilitating fear. This one was kind of a downer. It was about a really serious subject. And so it was like this woman who had it was like this weird, I mean, it was a really well-made alien thing that come in with some rape and everything.
Wow.
It was pretty intense. And the really downer ending, honestly. And the crowd, I think they didn't know how to respond. I was clapping. Because it was a weird thing to clap to.
But it's a good film.
Yeah, it's really well made. Yeah. That was one of the best ones I thought. And the last one was They Call It Red Cemetery by Francisco Lacerda from Portugal. Two outlaws cross paths amongst the crosses in the sweltering Azores. Who will make it out alive? So this was like an old Western. So it's two guys. So it was like the one guy's kind of like the Clint Eastwood dude, and the other guy's kind of like the henchman guy, and the cool guy makes him, dig up the treasure that they buried, the stuff that they stole, and then it's kind of like he wants half, and he's like, you'll get your 10,000 gold coins, but you have to swallow each one. So he makes them swallow all the money. Oh my God. And it was awesome. It's like, it's very gory. I won't give it away. It's just two dudes, but there's a lot of gore involved, and double and triple crossings, and just an old, like a cool, they call them spaghetti westerns, Italian western film. With lots of gore. Very cool.
I want to know more about this eating.
Yeah.
And where that ends up. I guess it's probably pretty bad.
Yeah.
So you were really happy with your shorts.
Yeah, this was an excellent block of shorts. And I'm sorry for the ones that I didn't go into detail. If I had a visual to aid, I would remember.
I get can be challenging.
What are both your favorite Creepster episodes, part 1 and part 2? Is that from Creep Show?
Oh, if it is about Creep Show, I haven't seen. I don't know.
The original Creep Show is the best. If you're
talking about, okay, I didn't know if they meant the series.
Yeah, that's
so of the two movies, if that's it, definitely number 1. And the segment I like best.
It's hard because honestly, part 1 is so good. They're all very quotable.
Father's Day.
Father's Day is probably I know the Crate's probably my favorite, but Crate's definitely my favorite. But
Father's Day.
Crate and Father's Day are kind of tied.
Crate. There's
the only death of
Jordy Barrow. There's
Something that tied you over. I think that one gets overlooked a lot.
Yeah, the one with Leslie
I
Nielsen.
can hold my breath for a long time.
The bug one.
The bug one, something. Yeah, that one used to get cut out on like Channel 38.
Yeah, I didn't see it for a long time.
I used to think there was something like it was too graphic or something. From what I understand, they had to cut one out for time to keep it under 2 hours with that.
I would say probably would be Father's Day. That zombie is amazing.
Oh yeah.
And funny.
Yeah.
Does some funny things. It's great. And if
it's Father's Day.
This guy's you're talking to me.
Yeah.
He's an asshole.
Yeah, I know.
It's kind of sad that he wins. Like, he's such a terrible man.
But all the other people are pretty bad too. So.
What about Dancing Man?
Well, he's just kind of well, I mean, he's kind of a flip flop of that kind of character trope where it normally would be like the woman marries into money, but he's really like there. He's just a dude married into money.
So he might actually like her. She's very pretty.
I mean, it's possible, but it's kind of portrayed. He just kind of did it, but you don't know. If of all of them, though, he would be the innocent in the cook, the chef.
Nate? Or whatever she is.
Yeah.
The house person.
Although she
house
might have
servant.
known about it all too, so I don't know.
That's true.
But
She's
he
an
might, yeah.
accessory. And then you had to pick one from the second one. From the second one. I would give you 2 cents. That's a great one. So funny. Stephen King's perfect. The second one, I would do the big one with the tar.
That one's
That's scary.
I do like it. Yeah,
Coming up.
it is creepy. But I do like. Thanks for the ride, lady.
Watch it again, because I don't know if you like it.
I like it.
It's very long.
I think the longest one actually is the opening one with the Indian chief. That one
He's a nice guy.
Oh yeah, it's a cool concept, but it's all build, and then the payoff so minuscule. If that would have been paced better, because like you really know exactly what's gonna happen, and then all the kills are like super short, but you have like a giant long. But
I do like a couple of them.
Yeah, so I like that movie, but it's not even close to the original.
Series Creepshow. I honestly.
Yeah, I don't know enough either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what channel. I think it was on a channel I don't have. And so, any other? We will get more. Let's see what time it is.
Yeah, and also let us know your name because we can't see the names.
Yeah,
we
don't have a lot of time left.
Yeah, so we're gonna
we'll
go
get into the other shorts for now.
Yeah.
So we just, before we got food and sat down with you fine people, we went to the shorts blog, the animated shorts blog, I guess called Destination.
Yeah, I didn't know this.
Maybe it would have gone in with a different mindset if I was aware of that. But I didn't think it was. This is my fault. Another Troy Jones, amazing design.
This
They
one
see
is the
the
most
little
popular
dude,
of them.
like
Yeah.
disintegrating in there. See? He is. There's a little dude disintegrating with all this cool stuff.
This is the most popular of these. This is also owned by filmmaker Michael Epstein and
What's on
the shirt.
Oh,
This is
I thought
the
you meant
most
he, like,
popular
had
of the shirt.
rights to it or
No,
something.
no, no.
That's
I'd
weird.
say this is the most sold of the horror
Flat
movie
future.
shirts.
All right. So this blog.
The Mark Twain.
Are you questioning the meaning of life? Wondering where to go? What to do next? Yeah, these past few years have caused us all. Caused us all to confront some existential dread. Where we are feels wrong, but conceiving of somewhere else seems impossible. These 12 films will not provide answers, but they may offer some new questions to ponder. I had some questions. In this mesmerizing block of animated shorts, we question the choices that have been made by and for us. Our frustration with the status quo is confronted. Do we acquiesce or resist? Perhaps we simply watch it unfold. Wanderers look for meaning in cigarettes. Creators make and destroy their creations. Outcasts struggle for their individuality. Dreamers dream of bread. We fight our environment, and the environment fights back. Maybe the real destination is a surrealism we meet on the way, from Rebecca Murphy.
Interesting.
I wish I read that before. So I felt like it was great efforts by everybody involved. Of course, animating is its own, as a person who draws, and not even close to the amount of work that goes into this. This is like I think a special kind of effort. It takes so long to do this, no matter what. It's like things that are drawn, things that are stop motion.
Yeah,
stop
motion cool.
So,
I'm a big fan of stop motion animation.
A lot. And the oh no, it was a different one I saw last week. Circumstantially, I saw something else, and it was animated felt. You know when people do the felting
Oh,
things?
right, yeah.
Oh, so cool. I'm gonna have to find the
That's
name
a
of it.
really
It's
cool.
great.
You know, it's got like the texture to it.
Yeah,
so
and it's three-dimensional.
Yeah.
Oh, it was wicked cool. It's a 3-part movie.
Oh, all right.
So, not today. Fly Paper Spectacular from Luke Liberty, A Free Spirit with Time to Burn. I liked it.
I like this one a lot.
The animation style was really wild. Like you could tell if any of you old people like us and saw the Lord of the Rings cartoon.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Where like there's part, like there's a madness part with the ring wraiths, and you can tell that they drew over actual people moving
there's
around.
a term for that. I forget the name of it.
Yeah. So they've got this person, and they're just like black and kind of scribbly with just yellow eyes that change shape sometimes, and they're always trying to find.
Yeah, I love that look. It was very creepy. I wish I remember the name of that. There's a Keanu Reeves movie that did the same thing with the animation.
But it's really
oddly
cool.
enough, as Alex Jones.
Weird. And this character being just wanders through this crazy house. I wonder if it's any specifics. Let's see. Oh, those are good.
Yeah, this was. I don't want to say which one of my favorites. This was one of my favorites. Colleen here. Hello, Colleen.
Oh, hey, Colleen.
Saying her name, and she's on Facebook.
Thank you.
I love that style of animation.
Yeah, it was very, very cool. All I put for my note was super cool, squiggly shadow guy.
Exactly.
So, I guess I thought that was enough.
Yeah.
These are not in order. Some of them I don't see. So that was fantastic. I don't know if this is pronounced hospice. It's HOSP.
I think so, because when they had they had some of the filmmakers up to begin with, and one of them said they made hospice. I thought it was hospice. I see it. Yeah.
Hospice. Stephanie J. Williams, an amalgam of body pieces resists an environment programmed to disassemble. It was very weird.
Yeah.
It's kind of like tool looking.
Right.
Maybe that's an easy thing to say, but it was very like. It was like a random world. It was green, that like plastic grass that you put next to a pool or something like that. You know what I'm talking about? And there's a circle of door, just a door, and they sometimes open and sometimes don't. And there's like a few of these different things that are, it's like this, but it's like just weird fleshiness.
Yeah, almost
and
it reminded me of a
like
chicken wing.
Ish, yeah. And some of them have like fat on
and they're moving around. It's very cool.
Yeah. And it's kind of seemed like I thought, is this just stuff just moving around? But then I thought, no, I feel like there's a success to it because even though there was no dialogue in the last one. There's not a dialogue.
There wasn't dialogue for almost all these.
Yeah. The presenter said it was going to be like 40 minutes.
I think it was even a little bit longer.
Yeah. Well, someone said like a word. That was her time. But I felt like eventually I got to a place in this one where I felt like these little things, like I got a sense of emotion from them. And I thought, all right, that is an achievement where you've got really things that don't have faces.
Thing, right?
Yeah, it's like just this piece. One of them's a little bit bigger. So I thought that was good to be able to see that. So I have to give her that for sure.
Yeah, no, I thought that was really cool. It took me a second. Once I remembered the things moving, because I kept thinking of the chicken wings. I know that's a great assessment of the short, but it was very cool looking. Yeah.
Somebody Take the Wheel from Kenzie Sutton, The Absurd Cycle of Mundane Everyday Life.
This one was awesome. The animation was very fun. This was kind of a stop motion one.
Yes.
Mundane's a good word. Like the things constantly growing, mowing the grass, and then it would pop up right behind them.
Yeah.
Everyone would, just going through the motions of life. And this one totally works for me. And I thought it was a perfect length where you got to see everybody, and then, it didn't need to be longer than it was, but the animation was great, and I just thought it was a fun watch.
There's several different people in different environments. There's a kid in bed. There was like, I think it was a kid in bed, guy running, someone trying to drive, someone with a peeing dog, a woman trying to make clothes, one in the yard, and it just shows the utility of doing those things because we just keep doing, like the boy's just trying to make his bed. You make a bed.
Yeah, and you mess it up. Exactly. So I don't make mine. Leave it up.
So this guy running.
I hate mowing the lawn too. This guy seemed to like it.
And you just got to do it.
I don't know.
Clothes get dirty, clean them.
That's why I don't wash.
And all of those different things are things that most people do. And how much time out of your day?
It's just right.
All of that stuff. Over and over and over and over Yeah, I was like, this is grim. I'm getting a little depressed.
That's a good question, Colleen. What kind of materials did they use in stop motion animation?
This one, I'm not sure.
Because I don't think it was clay because you didn't see the.
The one before that, whatever they use in tool videos. So I think that was mixed media. And then in this one, wasn't it?
Well, you didn't.
I felt like it was hard to tell.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say you didn't. Sometimes with the clay, you could see the thumb prints and stuff.
Yeah.
But like for the lips and stuff, they definitely would have been clay.
Yeah.
I'm not positive. It must look
Uh,
like toys, honestly.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, they were all handmade. I don't want to think
Definitely.
people like that. It wasn't like they used action figures.
And the next one, Perfect City, the mother. I'm sorry if I mispronounced this. Shengwei Zhao from China. A dry wood mother decides to carve her root baby into a human. I thought this was very cool.
Yeah, this is wild.
It was gross. It's like starts.
Yeah,
So
there was a few things with some white gooey stuff.
I was thinking about the other day we saw something with this giant like knot, and it was like you poke it. You're supposed to poke it for whatever reason, and goo comes out. And this one there's
busting the nut.
And boobs were like.
Yeah, there was multiple like.
Oh my god, it's coming out all over the place. I thought this is really to start. It was very. It was gross. I even was like, it was so gross.
I was like, man, this is hot.
Not hot. But it was just really cool looking. I'm sure another mixed media with a lot of wood stuff and different kinds of
packaging. And then some of it was definitely like computerized.
Yeah.
Not a knock or anything. I think that works. Was some of the.
There's some like psychedelic color things going on that it just needed to be that way. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's his mom, and this was something that as I'm watching, I thought, everything theoretically has a deeper meaning, but this was very clearly this is symbolic and things are happening, and so it's this wood being, and she explodes, and there's like this fruit bundle baby that's like they're just interacting. It's kind of like a monster. Kind of like a monster to her, and they have a very weird interaction, and then finally she's like trying to feed it.
All the tree stuff, like it really looked, all the viney stuff really looked like real, like it was organic.
Yes, definitely. It does sound awesome, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Yeah, this is one of the best ones.
And then it gets even more, like there's more of a story than just like she has this crazy baby. She has this, there's like imagery in it of this ideal mother baby.
I thought that was interesting to contrast, because all the other stuff is gritty,
very organic,
and then it's very pristine, and
she just has this image of this like stereotypical pretty woman with blonde hair. She's very curvy,
and this is also very plastic looking, which is also which goes into the almost like a fake one.
Yes, but she's looking to this as like, this is what it should be. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to ruin this one either, but she messes with the baby, trying to make the baby more in this. And there's lots of weird breastfeeding in the whole time. It's so gross. It's really weird. I was like trying to think of what is this all about? And I felt like this is like child abuse. It felt like there's a bottle, like not the baby bottle, but there's like almost like an alcohol bottle. What is going on here? This mom is like, why is she trying to be a mom? It's not for her baby. It's so she can look a certain way.
Well, that's actually, I didn't even think of that, but that goes in with the whole ending of it too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And she's always trying to shape her baby into something that it's supposed to be.
Right. It's more.
And even when the baby suffers.
In the show,
because the baby does suffer.
This was excellent.
Yeah.
And Colleen says it sounds awesome.
Yes, it was really good. Next one was wild, but I wasn't all that into it today. I will be the bread. Cahill.
It started out fun to me, I thought.
Yeah, the room becomes the bread. The bread becomes the boy. And the orange takes on a life of its own.
Yeah.
That's the little description of it.
I like the name of it, honestly.
My one note is super weird orange balls. Oh, eventually there was like a dog pooping out orange balls, and the person walking the dog was like picking them up. It was just weird.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say. What was this done with?
It was like traditional animation.
Yeah,
Kind of
just
like
like
it felt kind of a
like-
60s kind
It
of.
did, like the colors and the faces and
Yeah,
everything.
and where
It's
they
like a
would
little
kind
guy
of
with a
merge
weird
into one
little
into another
penis
thing.
laying in the
So,
bed.
yeah, there's a few of that too. A few,
Yeah, there's a few penises.
yeah,
in
a few
this.
nubby penises.
Yeah, I guess it's a counterbalance. Oh, maybe this person doesn't want to hear me talk about it. It's like the first- Before there was really no.
Right.
But it's okay. So
Colleen says she hates it when she poops out orange balls.
it's not a good time.
Better out than in.
Fair, especially when they're coming out of something's butt. That woman is crossed right as I was talking about eating orange balls for So yeah, you got to counterbalance the weird wooden lactating breasts.
Well,
with
that is
penis that
well,
totally
it is-
doing nothing.
it is actually a good point though, because the other one like definitely had a meaning and stuff. Not that this one didn't, but it was more.
It was
It seemed a lot more silly.
yeah. If there is a meaning, I didn't understand,
Right.
and that could be because I'm dumb.
Yeah. I know when it's setting up the severed limbs, I try to not have too much of the same vibe, but then sometimes I like to. It depends. Sometimes I think I think sometimes one. If you have a couple in a row that have a similar thing, it's good. And then you contrast with something else. You can't just nonstop contrast. But I don't know. I do have a thought process. That's what I'm putting together. So I think that adds to the short block when you watch them if they kind of have a good flow to them.
Slow, yes, but I don't like it when because then I invariably will compare things that are very like the ones that we saw the other day. Where it's
that's
like
more the
three
actual
things
themes.
with yeah.
I meant more like the vibe of one. So like sometimes I don't like to have like a bunch of comedy shorts in a row.
Yes.
But then there are times where I think these two really play together, so I will do that. But if there's like a kind of a slower, long one that's very like poignant or something, and then sometimes you want like the comic relief, and then you put a sort of silly one right after that. So anyway, I like something that flows together.
I'm thinking maybe for future. So Neal does these Without Your Head film festivals.
Severed limbs.
Severed limbs every like once a quarter. Sometimes
Yeah. Usually once a quarter. Last year I think I only did 3.
So I'm thinking maybe you should make a program.
Yeah, that's a good
And
idea.
then
The
people
very
can
first one
say,
actually
like,
did,
minutes
but
and
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Because I know some like it's hard to know.
I want to
should
put
I
more
get
stuff
up?
into these. They're a lot of work, but honestly, the last not here, but the last few festivals I've been to, people have recognized me from Severed Limbs, which was very interesting to me. And a couple people were saying, how it was cool that there are shorts players.
So yeah, Severed Limbs.
Yeah, and the woman who runs Vanessa was talking to me a lot about it. Who runs
that's
Renegade?
Cool. Yeah.
And she was saying how it's nice that there's a lot of stuff in Severed Limbs. It's not even that they wouldn't play somewhere else. It's by people who probably wouldn't even think to enter somewhere else. And so that is a good feeling. That's someone who can be creative on any level.
And that's something to know if you're a filmmaker or want to be a filmmaker, have desires to be a filmmaker. One of the things with trying to get into festivals is you a lot of times have to give money to even enter. And Without Your Head, that
right.
You might not get chosen because that's just how it is. You can only play so many,
right.
But you don't have to pay. So like sometimes you might pay and not get chosen either.
Right. I'd like to do another. I did the one feature length one, which I think it was really there was some great stuff, but I have to rework it. I think and do it 2 days, maybe 3 at the most, but definitely not 4. And that one I have to be more picky when I choose.
Definitely, yes. That's how I saw Psycho Ape and American.
Yeah.
What was that called? Terrible with the name.
Ninja Badass.
Ninja Badass.
It was a really good time, honestly. Yeah, Ninja Badass is amazing, and Ryan is awesome. I would like
Ryan is awesome. I love him.
like to make something with Ryan. So
Yes.
all three of us.
Harrison, Ryan Harrison.
Yeah, his wife, or his mom. I'm sorry, his mom is awesome.
Yes, his
And,
sister too. They were all like there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they were all there for when you were playing it. It was really cool. Everybody was in the chat. It's very nice.
Oh yeah, in the chat.
Yeah, in the chat.
But I met his mom in Texas, South Texas Underground Film Festival, and she's great.
So there are still.
She bought me a Whataburger.
There are several more shorts to go through.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's cool. Exclamation point. I'm not. It's like the actual exclamation point from Elaine Coos. It has to get done. Oh, like that's.
Yeah, see that. I'm sure it was really good, but
this is stuff moving around on a desk.
Okay, that was a pretty short one.
Yes, and it was well done.
Yeah,
there's stuff moving on the desk. If there was more, actually, yeah, that's right. That was around the time I was like, I need to use that. So I wasn't really focusing as much. Disappearing Acts, Sarah E. Jenkins, Darkness encroaches upon a laggy landscape of animated tricks and turns. And unfortunately, I was not there to watch that one. Sorry. I feel bad. The Sprayer from Farnoosh Abidi.
This was great. This was
in the land occupied with the Sprayers Army, plants are forbidden.
I love this. It's very clearly evoking Nazis, Germany, and so they're bringing people out and they're destroying their plants, throwing the plants out the window, spraying them, and then you have the one lone guy who's
one Nazi.
That's what dude. You need the one guy to stand up.
Yeah, and he does it secretly, but he saves a plant and a little boy.
Mm-hmm. And this is
it's really interesting.
And the however they made this, I'm not really sure, but it looks awesome.
Yeah, it's like what was that one that we saw in the theater, but it was a little too art for us. The guy who worked. Yes, the Nazi dude.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, this had to take a lot of work to put this together.
Yes,
it was. I think they built the whole city and got like the flying car, like out of Blade Runner. Yeah, this one was right up there for me.
It was a lot, and it was 9 minutes. It was a lot.
Yeah, that one could have been a feature,
what?
But it would have taken like
that by Diane.
Yeah, I remember the name.
I'll wait for the guy to walk by. I don't remember this. Vagina Fingers character explores a universe gone mad.
I remember Spec, but I don't.
Oh, it's the one where. It's
it's more. Yeah, it's in between the figures.
Right.
When you say vagina,
exactly. Like there's like.
Yes. Yeah, because and they're like spraying or like farting. Yeah.
That one, it was. I was like, it seemed like another one that might be about pregnancy. Like there's a lot of running away from sperm and baby stuff.
Was the one before about the screws? I think.
Okay. Yeah, that's one I had to give up.
Spec, I think, was about the screws.
Spec was the vagina fingers.
Oh, Spec, I'm sorry. Spec was vagina fingers walking around? Disappearing actors.
That was
the screws. The screws coming in and out.
Horse, Diane Hugong. Struggle between inner chaos and reality explodes to create a world of cowboys and horses. I thought the horse was pretty cool. That was a claymated, horse. And that kept moving around. It was very crazy. It would like smudge out. Some of the stuff I was like, but I did like the way the horse looked, and it was all glittery, and it was kind of madness.
Yeah.
I like the horse being in a smudge place. And Drifter, I don't know if I'll pronounce this right either.
Ascension.
Oh, sorry. Ascension, a winning lottery ticket promises a vacation from normal life. Remember that?
I think this one, but I remember the scratch ticket.
Yes. He's in like this is just straight up animation.
Mm-hmm.
This kid is in a cold world where everything is winter. They've got a news broadcast in the background talking about the coldness. So it's a little bit funny. And he's got two little wings, and he scratched the scratch ticket.
And this is almost like anime.
Yes, that's right. And he scratched the scratch ticket, ends up getting high, and He's a better man for it.
Yeah.
Sorry to be so. Drifter, Joost Jensen from Belgium. In the near future, an astronaut is confronted with the void.
This one was really great animation.
Yes.
For it was traditional
long.
animation. It was a long short. This one probably took a lot to make.
Yeah. It's narrated the whole time. It's this dude, and he's talking about how now did not fit me. When we're kids, we all want to go to space and just be free. I do not want to go to fucking space.
Yeah, honestly,
I had no desire to be in space ever.
That seemed like something from another generation, like kids growing up wanting to be astronauts.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, I'm not saying it isn't, but it doesn't seem like anyone from my generation was really. I don't know. Maybe there were. It just didn't seem. It seemed like something from like my uncle or mom's generation.
Maybe.
Because they saw the moon landing and stuff.
All my friends were weirdos, so probably none of us wanted to go to space.
Well, that could be mine.
Yeah.
I do remember astronaut like ice cream. It was like the
that was awesome. Freeze-dried ice cream. They had strawberries, but theirs are just dehydrated strawberries.
Right.
Ice cream.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
So yeah, this guy, he talks about how he was a kid, he wanted to float in space, and then he actually becomes an astronaut and has to go to space to do missions. There's this like green liquid that they somehow had. I don't know if they harvested like the stuff came out of the ground or they made it like artificially, but they have it in their spacesuit so that like they swallow it and then it's just in their body so they can breathe. They get nutrition from it. I don't know what happens to their waste.
Yeah.
But it's also fuel for the rocket. It like does all these different things. So they go up into space and they're at their little space station. He's fixing something and it all blows up. And then he's just adrift and realizes he's just going to die out there. Like he's got this liquid in there keeping him alive. And then it goes into.
Might be worse. Be better.
Right? Just like, whoop, instead of drifting for who knows how long it's going to last.
Immortality.
Starve rather than just run out of oxygen and die. So then it gets like a little psychedelic and he has this out of body interesting experience and it kind of comes full circle.
Yeah. I thought it was nice at the end.
And I think we've made it.
Yeah, that was the end. That was the last.
Great.
They seem to go by really fast.
I think so too. I was going to say what we're going to head into next.
We're going to go see an angry black girl and her monster, which I'm very excited about ever since I heard the title.
Yeah, it's like, well, I'll read the thing. So this is by Bomani J. Story.
We'll be on Without Your Head very soon.
And it is brilliant teen scientist Vicaria theorizes that death is a curable disease and embarks on a dangerous journey to bring back her recently murdered brother. That sounds interesting immediately. Yeah. Even if I didn't know it was like a Frankenstein story, that sounds really cool. So I can imagine that's. What do you think? I feel like that's going to go somewhere scary and violent.
Yeah, when I interviewed Chad L. Coleman from the movie Plays the Dad of the scientist. And I've not seen the movie yet because I couldn't get a screener for the interview. So I wanted to do the interview, and he said it's what interested him was there's a lot of social commentary about inner city death and drug use, and also he says it gets very, very gory. And he's into both. It's kind of his two worlds. If people don't know, he's from The Wire, one of the best shows ever on TV, and The Walking Dead. He said it's kind of a combination of the two. You have a lot of gore. And you've got a lot of social commentary on inner city issues. So
that's fascinating.
And he also said the name itself as soon as he saw that name, because he said that is what a lot of people
really
think.
They're very attention.
Right.
Yeah.
They think so. A lot of people think, there's the end all. Well, black guys are monsters. So.
And the idea of an angry black
guy. Right.
As opposed to like the peaceful.
Right. Well, he said if you're.
Was that model minority? I don't remember if that was for this, but there's this idea of no, it was like some kind of YouTube TikTok thing. Model minority is what Asians are referred to. It's an Asian girl talking about it and how problematic that is, where Asians coming into this country were kind of flying under the radar, you
Right.
just kind of sit there, and so there's that. There's other ethnicities, and then there's the stereotype of the angry black girl.
Right.
Just trying to be a person.
Right.
So I think it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. He told me it's told, there's been other Frankenstein stories even that are, not necessarily straight up Frankenstein, but he said this is one that's being told through the eyes of the doctor.
Yeah.
As opposed through the eyes of the monster. So.
Well, the doctor being the girl.
Right.
Yeah.
So
it's very cool.
Yeah.
So I know we've got a couple other things. Perfect Modern Combination Breed. Bad Taste. Haven't seen it in a long time. Same person that did Meet the Feebles. But I don't think we have time to get into that because we're only a few minutes away from having to be at the theater. Thanks so much, everybody who's here.
Keep your jacks.
Very appreciative. We will be back sometime later. There's an after party. So depending on how that plays out, because we didn't end up being at the one last night.
Right. We can go to this
not
one.
last night, Friday.
Yeah.
So
maybe we'll even do if this is we'll figure it out. We will be back.
We'll keep you posted and see you around. Hope to catch you later.
Thanks for checking these out because I hope these go well because it'll be something fun to do when we're out and about.
Yeah,
especially at events.
All right. Yeah. So bye guys.
Here is Stefania Cassini, and you're watching Without Your Hat.
We are live.
We are live here outside some coffee shop.
It's an important coffee shop, so I want to get the name. It's out here somewhere. Yeah. We'll let you know. It starts with an A, but it sounds like a different place across the street that it isn't.
Yeah.
What is it? We'll see.
A-L-A-N-D-A.
Oh, these people are going, and I don't want to be dead. Not dead before we have a chance to get to the after party. Exactly. Yes.
Exactly.
Sorry that you can't really see it in this moment. It's Andala.
Andala, yeah. It's really good. I have an Americano, which is probably not what I should have ordered at a Turkish place, but whatever. It's really good.
It's not Turkish.
It's not Turkish. It's Palestinian. But I know they have Turkish coffee as well. But anyway, it's great. And we're headed over to the after party for Boston Underground Film Festival 2023. The show's all over, but now it's the after party and the award ceremony.
Yeah, so that should be cool. Where is this place again? It's the Lily
Pad
over in Inman Square.
Hopefully that's not a secret and people will be like heading over.
No, they announce it.
I know.
We're giving away the trade secrets, lily pads and whatnot. I wonder if people can hear us. Seth isn't here right now to tell us.
That's true.
They can hear us good enough. Where are you?
Yeah.
Watch out for your footing here. There's a big mess down there.
That is
so right now we're in Central Square, Cambridge, Massachusetts. A wonderful place. It's my favorite square.
Really?
It is my favorite square, way more than Harvard. I love the Brattle, but it's very...
I've not spent a lot of time in Central Square.
I love Central.
A couple times with you.
Central is my place because it's a lot of club stuff that I've done. Like they reopened Man Ray, which is awesome. So for me, there's a lot of cultural stuff. It's very diverse. There's just a lot of stuff. There's a lot of cool restaurants. Like we just went to a really amazing restaurant.
Yes. Yeah, that was amazing. The Mad Monk Fish, which is an amazing name. And oddly enough, we didn't get to see it, but they actually showed a Mad Monk movie at Brattle.
Did they?
Not at Brattle during the who's the Mad Monk?
The Rasputin.
Rasputin, because because Michael asked me how the Rasputin movie was.
Oh.
I think we missed it. It would have been perfect to go see it and then review it at the Mad Monk Fish.
Definitely, but that is not what happened.
No.
So
we did see an amazing movie that we're going to do in a depth review at another time. But we will just say I loved it. I
loved it.
I was really looking forward to it.
Girl.
Angry Black Girl and her monster.
Her monster. Oh, this is us. It would be really interesting for them to see us get crushed by a car, right? That's entertainment.
I would say we didn't see all the features, but it was my favorite feature of the weekend.
It was wonderful. It was very, very powerful. It was
both
very
really
sad.
And really well shot, well acted, great characters.
Oh yeah.
And it worked as a horror movie too, so kind of the best of both. But really good combination of something about a movie about
Maybe I can-
something
Let's see.
and a horror movie.
There we
There
go. Trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Are we actually doing things? We're
think
like
so.
recording, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
live. All right.
Yeah.
Live with one person in and out. So I don't know if our signal is
I
shitty
really
or what.
don't know how accurate that is because last time it said there was a few, but then it said like 50-something people.
Oh, wow. So hello. So yeah, we're headed over to this lily pad. We had monkfish, lily pad, we got all the animals involved.
Exactly. We saw cute
Aquatic.
animals. We
did
saw
see
it was
cute
very
animals.
cute. It was there was a big dog walking with its
It's
owner,
person
person.
on one
And-
side of the street.
Yeah, and then a little tiny dog on the other side, and they just kept looking at each other. It was
Yeah.
the cutest thing. And then when the one got to the end of the fence, they just stopped and just looked at each other.
Yeah, and they looked at each other like in a "I wish I was your friend" way, not in like a
Yes.
"I want to attack
No,
you."
no, no.
They were very interested
I
in
tried
each
to-
other in a very cute
I
way.
tried to talk to the little dog, and he did not care. He
Nope.
was like, "Get out of my way, my buddy's over
Yep. So I wonder if they see each other on the regular because they both live here.
there." Mm-hmm.
So they probably see each other around, and for whatever reason, the people. Is it like, what was that movie, 101 Dalmatians? Where the two dogs. It was. Did you ever see that Disney movie, 101
Yeah,
Dalmatians?
I was thinking, are you sure that you don't
It
mean
is. No,
Lady
Lady
and
and
the
the Tramp are in each other.
Oh.
The Dalmatians decide they want to bring their humans together.
Oh,
So they
okay,
like tie them all
okay.
up in their
That
leashes,
could
and then
be
they're
it,
like
because
swoop
It
together.
was a man and a woman.
Well, you never know.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't.
Not that it has to. I know.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
But maybe the man and woman don't like each other
Maybe
in
we're
any
keeping
way.
them
We don't
apart.
know.
We're making a lot of assumptions off of seeing
We're
these two
making
dogs.
stories because
Yeah.
we're creative
We're
people like that.
storytelling.
Exactly. Exactly.
This will be our napkin animation.
Oh, that would be nice because then we could play out the story of the dogs.
Exactly.
See, that is the
Exactly.
nice thing about being able to make stories, and whether it's film or even music, like arts, was because, yeah, like horror is wonderful. I love horror. It has its own reasons for existing, many reasons for existing. But you can just really make any story you want. So if we wanted to make the story of
Go follow them.
two dog friends that see each other across the subway and we unite them, that's amazing.
Exactly. We'll probably make something really horrendous, but it's a nice idea.
It is a nice idea. Well, every once in a while you gotta have the one-off
Yeah,
to like let people know you're
of course.
a human being
Right.
and not a total monster.
Yeah, I mean, I watch some nice stuff too. I don't just
Yeah.
watch.
Well, we were watching chickens playing the xylophone.
Exactly. I'm a well-rounded man.
Yeah. Yes.
And Annabelle took a really cute picture with a cute little, a cute piggy.
My
mug.
mango Mai Tai.
Yeah. Was it strong?
No.
Sometimes those
an
are
Asian-
sneaky.
Usually, usually Asian restaurants, you get this is just how it is. Like, you get good tomato sauce in an Italian restaurant. You go to an Asian restaurant, usually the drinks are very strong. Especially the Mai Tais. It's like the classic drink that's gonna be
It used to be
powerful.
one of my go-to drinks.
But I had two, and I mean, I'm probably like a little bit, but not normal. But it doesn't matter because the food
good.
was so fucking
Yeah,
good.
we even ended up
Oh
getting
my
another
Lord.
sushi roll because we love the place so much.
Oh, so good. So we
The food and the atmosphere.
it was wonderful. Oh yeah, because probably I think that's glass. Probably about halfway through.
Another pit.
Dang.
A lot of pits around
I think this is
here.
where the trees belong, but they didn't survive. Oh, I'm gonna shoot down to the one person wide space. Because we're polite like that. Sometimes you'll be walking on the sidewalk.
And most people are not.
Yeah, and you'll be like even if you're one person wide, you'll be going down the sidewalk, right?
Yeah.
Sidewalk. And they'll be like, even if it's just two people, and they just don't even move. Like,
No?
it's time to
Not
switch
even
to
an inch.
single file, assholes. Like,
Uh-huh.
pay attention to the shit. Now, I don't put up with that crap. And I will totally shoulder check whoever
decides they
Yeah,
can't
they
move,
move.
I'll
They
move.
do it all the time. We're never on anywhere.
Yeah. I will totally move. Like right now, moved.
You're right.
We went to single file
Uh-huh.
because that's what you do.
Yeah, just common sense, I think, common courtesy.
Yeah.
More
Well,
pits.
some people are just
Yeah, that's a deep
assholes.
pit.
That is a deep pick. Maybe there's plans. Maybe there'll be a new life in that pit in the summer.
Exactly. My mom went to see D&D tonight, so I hope she
Did
liked
she?
it. Yeah.
Awesome.
I gave her a D&D hoodie to wear.
Oh, very cool. What's on it?
Yeah, it's an old hoodie I used to wear. It's gray and it's got
Really?
the D&D.
It's not even a Troy
No,
hoodie.
no, it's the actual D&D.
Wow.
Like a license one. It's got the D&D logo all over it and 20 cents.
Huh. Very nice. Very nice.
She
I don't-
actually has a Troy one, but we couldn't find where it was.
Oh, that's too bad.
She thought about the last minute.
Well, hopefully there'll be many more.
D&D movies.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then we'll be good.
So,
She can wear.
she has
many.
a terrible Troy shirt and a nasty Neal shirt, which is nice too. She
Mm.
represents her children.
That's gonna be tough for her as a mom.
Yeah, we should make one
Two.
together.
Yeah, you should get one together. Because you
Going the right
know,
way,
if
it'll remember
one
passing
person gets
some of
worn
those.
more than the other one, the other kids are gonna be like,
Believe me, I
Mom!
keep note. I've got tallies.
I believe you. I think that's probably true.
If I did, I would lose big time.
What?
I'm definitely not the favorite child.
Oh, stop. Jeez. Why would you think such a
I'm just-
thing? Has it been muted the whole time? All right, I'm going to stop this and restart it.
Why didn't someone tell us? All right, and we are here. This is Neal.
This is Annabelle.
And we are at the last night of Boston Underground Film
We
Festival.
are the pre-party, pre-after party.
Free after party.
Pre-after
Exactly.
party,
It's
yeah.
happening right here.
If you guys were watching us and we were silent, I apologize. I don't know how long we were silent, but
Yeah, I
Neal
have no
noticed
idea
it,
either.
and there was no viewers.
Yeah.
And yeah,
So we apologize. for
sorry
that.
about that. It's a do-over.
Yeah. So Boston Underground Film Festival is an amazing time.
Yes, it's been wonderful. Thank you so much to Boston Underground Film Festival for being so cool, for supporting without your head. I hope that we've supported you in
Yeah,
kind.
Yeah. Evram and Nicole, they said they were enjoying the this coverage.
We had
So
a few viewers, so
yeah,
that's pretty
very
exciting. I'm
nice,
very
yes.
happy because
Yeah.
sometimes live streams, you know, if you catch people off guard, you don't always have a
Right.
big audience. But
exactly.
it's
Yeah,
gone really
we
well.
went in the middle of the night and stuff, and
Yeah.
over 100 views
it's
on
pretty good.
on the two Facebooks. So that's pretty cool, I think.
It's very cool. I'm very happy.
And if we
about
make
that.
this a semi-regular thing,
Yeah, it's
people like,
pretty
hey,
sweet.
what's going on? Here,
Yeah.
we'll check this out.
So thanks everybody that's viewing as well. This has really been a great experience. It's
Yeah,
been
we had an amazing meal.
Yeah, we went to the Mad Monkfish
That-
earlier,
yes.
just a little while ago. Freaking phenomenal
Yeah,
in Central
we loved it.
Square. Neal got an Americano. Oh man, I feel bad. I can't remember the name of the place. Wonderful. Palestinian right off
Yeah.
of Central Square.
It's like-
Starts with an A. I feel really bad.
Yeah,
but we'll
Alonda?
put it in the things.
I think
We'll
Alonda,
put it
something
in
like
there
that.
somewhere so you can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're headed over to the Lily Pad
Mhm.
for the after party. So,
And
hey,
we just-
Colleen.
Colleen, this drinks to you. We saw the Angry Black Girl and her monster, amazing.
So
And we're
good.
going to do a more in-depth review of that.
Yes.
We'll do it as part of the
like a
dinner and the
legitimate
movie.
dinner and a movie.
Yeah.
Full blown review.
Yeah. But check it out. It's coming to Shudder, and I think it may be still playing at a couple festivals coming up. So if you get a chance, best way to
It's
see things in the theater.
Theater,
And if not,
definitely.
definitely check it when it
Yeah.
comes to streaming.
I think theater would be extra special because the monster is really great.
Yeah, it's a really great.
excellent.
Sometimes when you combine social commentary and horror, you can go too far and whatever. But this was a perfect blend of both, and I think it
Absolutely,
succeeded
yeah.
in both elements.
Yeah,
of
it
the
was
movie.
just excellent. The acting was phenomenal. It was just all around. I loved it. I thought it was just this phenomenal film. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. Like they did just enough where it's, you know, it's kind of like a fantastic story of transferring the Frankenstein story over to this, and her name even sounded like Victor.
Yeah,
And
which
there
I
was
didn't
a
think
baby
about
that
at
was gonna
first,
be called
oddly enough,
Victor.
and then
You didn't?
yeah,
Yeah, it was really cool.
yeah. And then they hint at even at the last name because they never really say it.
Yes.
He's like it's
But they
a
mentioned
German
it being
descent.
German
Yeah.
name because they had once upon a time their family was owned by German white people.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was a great scene with
Yeah.
there's a scene well, we'll talk about it more in the future.
But yeah, everyone is great in it, the whole cast. You know, people probably know Chad Coleman from The Wire and The Walking Dead, but the whole cast is great.
It was wonderful. Really enjoyed it. So we're going to float on over to the lily pad,
Mhm.
and then we'll probably check in with you guys again after, even if it's only a little brief. But yeah, it's been a great weekend. So
Yeah,
thanks
I'm
so
glad
much
it worked
again,
out.
guys.
Thanks, Buff. We
Thanks,
appreciate
Buff.
it a
Thanks,
lot.
audience.
And thanks everyone who's sent in movies. All the movies played have been great that we've seen.
Yes.
Awesome, amazing shorts. It's been a really good time.
Yes. Creators, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
It's wonderful that there are
Even if a
events like
movie I
this.
didn't like, it was very creative.
Yeah, because you
and-
can't
yeah,
like. I mean,
Right.
to be honest, you can't like every movie for
exactly.
the story,
Right.
but you can appreciate
Exactly.
the efforts of the people and
Right.
the hard work that goes into making this stuff.
Yeah.
Independent film is we know this from people we know.
Mhm.
It's a labor of love,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's very appreciated.
And a couple of things here is already good. It's playing theatrically coming up really
Mhm.
soon, so good for them.
Oh,
And
let's see.
I'm so jealous. I so went to see this one, but I'm excited to hear how great it is. But definitely have to
great.
see it. Have fun, guys. Thank
Yeah,
you, Colleen.
thank you
yeah,
so
definitely
much.
recommend it. 'Cause
So,
yeah. All right. We'll
Yeah.
head on over. And
All right,
we'll
guys. We'll check in a
Yep.
bit.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey everybody, it's only Annabelle right now. I just dropped off Neal at his bus so he could head back to the Cape. But I know we were supposed to check in, but we were running a little late, so we didn't have time to kind of like present together. We wanted to make sure he got back on time, but it was such a great time and just wonderful. I really don't have that much else to say other than I just want to wrap up. Thank you to everybody. I know we were thanking everybody earlier, but thank you again. And I hope anybody that didn't have a chance to go to Buff this year will try to get out this coming year. It's every single March, and unless there's a worldwide catastrophe, otherwise it's every year. And if you can't go to Buff, most areas have some kind of film festival. And sometimes many film festivals. So just look for something, and if you can't go to the whole thing, if you can't go to days, just pick one movie. It's probably going to cost the same amount of money as going to a regular movie theater movie that you're going to be able to rent anytime. So I'm in a tunnel now. I'm probably going to lose you. So love to all of you from us at Without Your Head. Bye.